Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to change out your voltage regulator on your E90 BMW. This is a genuine Bosch voltage regulator. Over time these brushes can wear down, and also the regulator itself can lose the ability to regulate your voltage, and you can go through batteries prematurely, or you can have overvolt situations which could cause you to cook a module in your car. So I'm changing this for maintenance. I originally purchased it because I was chasing a misfire and I figured it could be something that could be contributing. I have since rectified that issue, but I'm still going ahead with the voltage regulator replacement because they're relatively cheap. This is around $45 or so. And this is an OEM part. It's the same quality that's on there, and it's a lot easier to change this than it would be to change your entire alternator. So if you want to have a chance of prolonging the life of your alternator, getting to this before it starts to go bad could make everything last longer, including your battery, etc. So this is a 335i with the N54 motor, but this procedure will be similar to pretty much all inline 6 BMWs. Anything where you can see the alternator up at the top here, you should be able to follow this guide if it's a E60 or E90, etc. So I'm going to remove my dual cone intakes and anything that looks like it's in the way to be able to get access to the alternator. I'm going to remove my snorkel just for better visibility, but it's not going to be required for most of you guys. As you can see, it didn't take much at all to get good clear access to your alternator. Normally to remove this, you have to take out the oil filter housing gasket or take out your intake manifold to be able to slide that out. It's a lot of work, so this is definitely a preferred thing to try first. I want to remove this line here, but it's going to be live, so I'm going to disconnect it. Over on the passenger side, this is a power block that feeds that line going to your alternator. So we're going to remove this. You can do that, or you can disconnect your battery. When you're removing that, be careful not to short your ratchet out on anything. Now we can go after the electrical connection to the voltage regulator. Right here, there's just a little push pin. Press it down. T20 Torx to remove the cover. Okay, so those 3 screws are removed. Now we can take this cover off. Just like that. Okay, so as you can see, that's a Bosch 180 alternator. It's the same T20 Torx for the screws that hold the voltage regulator down. So the 2 bottom ones are longer, as you can see. Now, should be able to just pull this away. So that's what a new voltage regulator looks like. That's how much brush material is remaining, as you can see. A decent amount. And here's my one off the car. Less than half. That's why you change these things. So you gotta kind of line this up into position and then just kind of use your fingers to push down the brushes and draw things into position, like so. Remember where the longer ones went? All right, next up we'll put the cover back. That's all there is to replacing the voltage regulator on your alternator. Very easy on these cars. Clear access right from behind. Okay, so I'm plugging in the new regulator. All right, guys, there you have it. That's all there is to replacing your voltage regulator on your BMW. Relatively straightforward, and I feel like they kept it serviceable. You can just tell by the design, even by the way these brushes don't even need a pin to be held down or anything, that they're just meant to be replaced with time because they will fail. It's a 180 amp alternator. This is a 180 amp voltage regulator. These cars draw a lot of electricity, and all the modules are pretty power hungry. That's why they have to put such a robust unit on there. But no matter what, even if this thing is perfectly reliable and doing you well, these brushes wear out over time. There's not much left on these guys here, probably like that much. So you can rebuild this, but I wouldn't bother, because from what I've seen, they tend to fail and they tend to overcharge on these cars, and they can burn out modules. It's just one of those peace of mind things. This is an OEM quality part. It's just the same as what I had on there, and it'll buy me some time and peace of mind. Maybe even charge my battery a little bit better. But anyway, figured I looked into what's involved with replacing one of these alternators, and it's not fun on this car. If you can do this proactively before it ever fails on you, it's way easier to get it from behind the alternator than it is to take that alternator out. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If this is the first video you're catching of mine, consider subscribing. I do upload regularly. Wow.